안녕하세요 여러분, 제 이름은 AJ요. My name is AJ and welcome back to Shadow Spinner Reacts, where we are continuing with episode 13 of Movie. Now if you haven't seen this yet, you're going to want to make sure you go watch it on Hulu first and then come back because we are going to be cutting up quite a bit for copyright. You can also get it on Disney+, but the last time I checked, they only have the English dubbed version, and so Hulu is where you're going to want to go if you want to get the original Korean audio. Also, a couple of really quick things. If you want to go check out the Patreon, you can always get updates on what's going on behind the scenes on the channel there. You can also join to vote in the polls, get content up to 3 weeks early, get my full uncut reactions, or you can just hang out with me here on YouTube, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, so we are back in the swing of things here. I think we've wrapped up the parents' backstory. I've been loving the parents' backstory, but I'm also really ready to get back to the modern times where the kids are and find out what's going to be going on with them. I doubt that getting rid of Frank is getting rid of the problem. They're probably just going to send another agent in, but preferably one that doesn't have healing abilities, because healing abilities seems to only be trumped by other healing abilities. Yeah. So, but we need the kids to start training. I know I've mentioned this before. We need the kids to start working together. All four of them, because two of them know about each other's abilities. We've added the third one. Like, they now know that he's got the super speed as well. But nobody knows about the bus driver yet, so he's an anomaly. Also, we don't really know who student presidents or class presidents' parents are, because we know who his dad is. And he doesn't seem to be mourning the loss of his mother, so that's not his mom. So his parents are not any of the people we've seen in the backstory thus far. He's the only unknown at this point. We don't know what his backstory is, what his parents' backstory is. So either we're gonna get that, or we're just gonna go to current times, hopefully. I can't imagine what else they could possibly have to tell us from before. But, and also we've got the gap. We've got to figure out what's going on with Bong-seok's dad, because they captured him and he hasn't been seen since. So we don't know if he died after capture. We don't know if he's still locked up somewhere. We don't know what's going on with him. We don't know if he's been brainwashed or what. We have no earthly idea what's been going on with him. Or if he is around, but he tries to stay away because he's afraid that he's going to expose them or something. We don't know. We'd love to find out, but we don't know. So let's go ahead and get this recording. 3, 2, 1, play.
조직이 개편되면서 어떤 부서든 들어가야 했다. 직업을 잃을 순 없었다.
But he did, because he works in a
모든
chicken
것이
restaurant.
낯설었다.
또 가방 놓고 내렸어?
They're cute. It's a shame she dies. I'm actually kind of surprised that he doesn't do something more obviously, like taking a job as a bodyguard or something. Like, he could get a certification to work in security. He'd be good at it. How is his typing that bad? I type in Korean faster than that. And I don't even have the letters on my keyboard.
오늘 무슨 날이야?
She's gonna announce that she's pregnant?
힘들지 않아서 그게 힘들어.
It's tough because it's boring. It's its own difficulty level. All of his abilities don't mean anything here. But you know what? There are so many jobs out there that can actually, like, legitimate jobs that use strength. You could protect people for a living.
이렇게 한 달에 한 번 고기 먹지. 그리고
애기? 애기?
아무튼 나는 그거면 돼.
Oh, come
우리
on!
가족이 힘을 합치면 뭘 못하겠어.
사직서.
장주사님 지금 공무원 임대 아파트 살고 계시죠? 그럼 기간 만료되기 전에 이거 신청하셔야지. 재직 증명서 꼭 첨부하시고.
So he can't resign yet. That is a lot of alcohol that did not get him drunk. So alcohol won't get him drunk, but drugs do knock him out.
행복하다. 이러면 되는 거다. 이렇게
It is
살자.
really hard when you're working a job that makes you miserable, because even if the rest of your life is great, think about how much of your life you spend at your job. Okay, there it is. Oh no, it's not there. I know that feeling very well. But it's okay now, isn't it? Oh, that's the hardest. And the worst part is when you're like checking every month like that, you start checking like right on the first day. And most miscarriages happen like right away. And something like 30% of pregnancies end in miscarriages. And people just used to not know that. But a lot of miscarriages happen in that very first week, so people used to mistake it for a late period, but now you can find out you were pregnant and then lose it within the first week or two and know that you had a miscarriage when before you could have been blissfully ignorant and just thought that you had a late period, and then that's even...
어떡하죠?
It messes with your mind so much. It just messes with you so much.
그럼
It just messes with you so much.
지워지는데.
컴퓨터가 무슨 죄입니까 이게?
No, the blue screen of death is entirely the computer's fault. That is a lie. His typing is his fault, but the blue screen of death is entirely the fault of the computer. Oh no, this guy's back.
영원히 나 다시 못 볼 줄 알았나?
He was hoping he'd never see you again.
그땐
You mean where-
자네만이 할 수 있는 일을 했었잖아.
Where he got hurt for a living? Where you just let him be in pain over and over and over and over and over again because you didn't care that he was in pain because you're just like, oh, he'll heal, it's fine.
기회가 왔어.
고민하지 마. 내가 항상 옆에 있을게. 당신 하고 싶은 거 해.
Do not go back in. They'll find something to hold over you. They'll find your family to hold over you. He's going out on the mission.
5분간 휴식.
He's not in camouflage. Is his job just to be a target?
야, 김치 없냐?
네, 찾아보겠습니다.
맛있게들 먹어. 맛있게 드십시오.
라면 너무 먹고 싶어. 김치 라면 너무 먹고 싶어.
군복을 챙겨드릴 테니 입어주시기 바랍니다. 이 사복이 눈에 띕니다. 작전 시 중대원 전체가 노출될 위험이 있습니다.
I thought his job was to get shot because that would draw the person out of hiding. It'd give away their position.
대공삼부시라고.
대공삼부에 있었는데 경질당했거든요. 그 공금을 살짝 좀 해먹어가지고.
Yeah, like, gee, I wonder why they replaced you.
아무튼
So,
대공삼부에 있을 때
he's working for untrustworthy people, and even to them, he's untrustworthy. How does he not know that the principal at his daughter's school is this dude?
다시 시작할 계획이거든요. 반드시 보란듯이 공을 세워야 됩니다. 아주 보란듯이 실적을 올리는 거죠.
I do not like the way that this is heading.
기틀이 되는 겁니다.
We need to make a grand contribution no matter what makes it sound like we need to find somebody to frame no matter what so that we can say we did the thing.
그게 누구든 다 찾아냅니다.
Oh, don't play with your feet. Don't take off your socks in somebody else's place and that's gross, man.
저쪽으로 갑시다.
예.
So he's just a high-level tracker is what he is.
이상한 게 하나 섞여 있어요.
이상한 거?
일반인이 아닌 것이 후미를 맡고 있는 것 같습니다. 여기서는 남쪽에 대응하기 위해서 능력자들을 양성하고 있다는 정보를 입수했어요. 우린 지금 그걸 확인해야 됩니다. 그래야 우리도 맞서서 총격전이 벌어질 겁니다. 잠깐.
You're sacrificing the soldiers?
보란 듯이 실적을 보여야 됩니다. 일반인들이 하지 못한 걸 해냈을 때 실적이 빛납니다. 일반인들이 위기에 처했을 때 들이닥쳐야 더 드라마틱하죠.
No, you're gonna show up after several of them are dead. But the thing is, Mr. Min would probably agree with that. He would probably also be like, no, we have to sacrifice some of them so that I can get my department back. Because that's the kind of scum he is. And he's loyal, so he's like, no, I'm not gonna let my people get shot. That's gonna be the last straw. No, don't charge! Like, does this look accidental to you? Guys, find cover, you idiots! Fine. You can't fight a rock slide. And at least go up the sides. Like, there's a valley there. They should be, like, going up the sides because when the rocks start coming down, they're gonna generally go towards the funnel. Alright, so they both have strength, but he doesn't have the speed to go with it.
내 말대로 이상한 놈이 하나 있었다면서요? 아, 뭐 놓쳐서 아쉽긴 하지만 존재를 확인했으니까 됐습니다. 조직 재건에 근거가 생겼어요.
앞으로 내 눈에 띄지 마라. 내가 너 죽일 거다.
Like, yeah, you let a bunch of people die for you rebuilding the department. Like, we're not on the same side. We're not. Honorless scum. She's been worried about you this whole time, you know.
북에서 초능력자들을 키우고 있다는 거. 왜 우리에게 알리지 않았지?
Might be an unforeseen skirmish.
예기치 못한 충돌. 적의 존재가 확인된다. 물론 실종 처리했지만 살아서 북으로 돌아갔을 가능성이 훨씬 높아. 적이 있다는 게 확인된 이상 난 조만간 중앙으로 복귀한다. 그리고 너희들은 내 밑에서 새로운 블랙팀을 구성하게 될 거야. 이번 작전에서 활약한 구룡포가 새 리더가 된 원년 멤버 다들 인사해.
원년 멤버 중에서 한 따까리 하는 대단한 인물이 계시다고. 내가 다 좋은데 말이야 가끔씩 이렇게 힘 조절이 안 되거든.
Sometimes I can't control my own strength. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, I tried so hard to do damage, and he didn't even care. That's hard. So she's pretending that she's okay every time he leaves. But she's not okay. That motion sensor light would drive me nuts. Why don't you just replace it with a light that's controlled by a switch? You turn it on when you want it on, and you turn it off as you walk out the door. And you don't have to wait and hope that it catches the motion.
출장이야? 그래서 거기로 꼬셨지.
아, 무슨 날인데?
It's the day that she finds out every single month.
몰랐지.
갖고 싶었어?
Yes.
너 닮은 딸 낳고 싶었는데.
At least there's communication happening here. Even if it's delayed.
내가 그렇게 살아서 혹시 나 때문이 아닐까?
She's wondering if you having a job where you just get hurt constantly is because you saved her back then. Is he taking his shoes back off? Good. She needs a hug. Go give her a hug. Ah! Oh my god, so cute. Look at her little bonnet. 아, 너무 귀엽다. There would be some comfort in knowing that he, at least, is almost certainly going to come back.
핸드폰 배터리 다 돼서 집에 전화로 나갔나 보지. 생긴 거답지 않게 가족 생각을 끔찍하게 해.
무슨 민간인들처럼 가족 타령들을 하고 있어.
Because family is family? So when he was like, in the first episode, like before he died, when he was like, are you kidding me? Do I have a family? He actually meant that. Oh, that's when the accident happened while he was gone, so he got back to find that out? Now, was the mom killed immediately, or is she still in the hospital somewhere? And I remember Naju said that well, she didn't say it, her adopted son said that her biological daughter was dead. I love, I know this is gonna sound weird, but I love how the doctors aren't reacting to him and they're just like pretending to let him have his privacy, because they're in a hospital. It's not hard to figure out that something happened. And the thing is, when you're in a hospital, there's like nowhere to go to have privacy to cry. But they provided him funeral wear. That's actually very kind. You would think at least the two coworkers that had family would show up to support him. And I know it's been a while, but I wonder, like, I was kind of hoping to see her old friends from the coffee shop show up for her. And that's where we're leaving it. Well, I admit that I was completely wrong. We did not even approach going back to current times. So he actually did rejoin the team again. Like, fully rejoin the team, and this is clearly when he was in that room, based on the way they looked, and also based on the haircuts. That's how I try to put things in chronological orders. Like, what haircuts did all of the background characters at that time? And the one guy, when they went to capture Bonsok's dad, he had long hair, and now his hair is chopped short. So he joined the team after that incident had already happened. So he probably doesn't even know that they did that. Because I imagine if he found out that they had his partner in captivity somewhere, he would do something about that. So now we've seen everything leading up to the death of Isu's mom, but we didn't see what caused the accident. So it really was probably just an accident, because they've shown so many other details. I feel like if that had been orchestrated, they would have shown that as well. And also, I can't think of anybody who would benefit from orchestrating that accident, because that incident is probably the thing that made him quit his job. And Mr. Min would not have wanted to do anything that would get him to quit his job. He would be more interested in having something to hold over him to make him stay in that job. So I do think it was probably just an accident. Okay, so we got that. There was like a tragic romance that we just saw. It's not a bad episode. It's just mostly filler as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't necessarily know that it contributed a whole lot. I really just want to get back to modern times now. Like, I feel like they could have told most of that story in the first third of the episode and gotten me back to modern times. I really just miss the kids. I miss the kids. I miss seeing their antics. Like, I loved the kid actors in this, and I loved like the kind of coming of age school story and seeing them grow and come into their own and everything like that. And we left off at a very precarious pace where, like, yeah, Frank's not gonna go after his mom anymore, but he doesn't know that. She doesn't know that. They don't know that the guy who was originally in there is gone. We don't know who's going to go after them again. Mr. Min is being nefarious as always. We don't know what happened to I keep on saying student body president, to class president's dad, how that situation came about. We don't really know what the current status is of how things are going with the North and the South. We know what happened back then, but we have no idea what things are at right now. We know that Mr. Weasel Dude is the principal of their school, and that they've got this weird thing called a breeding program that just makes me want to punch Mr. Min in the face. Like, we know all of those things, but we're still stuck in the past. I just want to get back to the present. It's all I want. It's all I want. Just get me back to the present. I miss that storyline. I miss the bus driver, because I miss all those characters. We've been away from them for too long. I've been enjoying this. I really have. But I want those characters back. Can we please get back to current times? Sorry, I will stop ranting now, but I'm kind of like, yes, this was enjoyable, but also frustrating. Like, it was nice, it was light, but we all knew how that was gonna end. And I just want to get back to modern times. I mean, modern, like current timeline. Great, we got the background. I would like to deal with the current situation and the solution. If episode 14 is still in the past, I'm gonna be pissed. I was loving this show so much. Even when we did the time jump, like, it threw me for a loop, but I was still loving it. But I'm starting to get to the point where I'm still enjoying the show, but I'm getting more and more frustrated by how long we have just been ignoring the main plot that we were introduced to. So, and by the time they get back to it, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the first, entire arc, because it's been such a long time that I've probably forgotten important details, because that's how long of a break they've taken from it. And it's gone from being clever to being just slightly aggravating. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Sorry for the rant. I just really liked the original plot, and we've just taken such a deviation. I miss it. I want to get back to it. I get it. We got the backstory. I'm content with the backstory. We've solidified the backstory. I don't know what further details you could possibly think that I desperately need right now. But whatever they are, writers, I promise you, I don't need any more of those details right now. I need to get back to the present. If you have further details, you can fill them in pieces in future episodes, but primarily keep me in the present. Please. Please, I am begging you. Too late, because it's already been written out and everything, but I'm just hoping. Don't spoil it for me in the comments, please, because I am now at the point where I'm literally watching the day that I release it. So I watch it and then I edit it and I release it the same day. So I am not any further ahead, unless you're watching this in the future and you see that it's already up. If the next episode is not out yet, then I have not seen it yet. I watch and post the same day. For this show at least, I watch and post the same day. So please don't put any spoilers. Gosh, please let me get back to the present. Please, please, please. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon. And we will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye. Annyeong.